the Fingaz back at it again, and day one of Sync Music Success. The conference was incredible. Shout out to everyone who joined in live on day one. We'll have day two kicking off shortly. It was incredible for the panelists, for the attendees, uh, those hosting it, and I was trying to play DJ a little bit, but yeah, the virtual, actually for me, I'm like, okay, I need to start getting into because I do a lot of Zoom events for work, so I need to get into hosting Zoom events for corporations because that's sort of what I do. Hasika, thank you for tuning in. So if anyone's looking for like a Zoom event organizer for like a one-off event or a weekend workshop or things like that, hit me up. But the Sync Music Success Conference yesterday kicked off great. It ended up being like 6 hours from starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, noon. We'll be doing day two today, but yesterday was incredible. Started with the panel on trailers featuring Gildy Flores, and it also had Brent Daniels, and then went to a hip hop panel featuring Daraj and Jay Nolan. And then we went to what was I should have the schedule in front of me because it was a lot of content that we were sharing, and just a lot of gems dropped. Even for the audience who was attending, I think they got a lot of value from it. Um, from the day, it was just incredible. Actually, it ended up being a really intimate setting, and a lot of people got a lot of value from it. Then there was a business panel with Brian Ziz from Audio Mac, who actually shared actionable steps that we can take as music creators on how we can set up our Audio Mac account, how we can leverage that platform to engage with our fans and our audiences. And there was a panel on Afro beats, and then also like sort of music business with Eric Campbell from Sus3 Music and Control Camp dropping gems. Then we had the artist empowerment panel to end the day with Jill Strada, who is a music marketing executive helping corporations and talent figure out their marketing strategy, figuring out their brand. And that panel also had Jay Nolan talking about how you can empower yourself as an artist. And then even after all the panels were done for the day, we hung around for a little bit, maybe like another half an hour. Just the panelists that were still there, Brent and Gildy hung out the whole day. They jumped in and were answering questions. They jumped in, shared some insight towards the end of the day. So incredible insights from some incredible people in the space. Today, for day two, if you have your tickets, I don't think you can purchase tickets anymore. But if you have your tickets today, we will kick it off with Women in Sync featuring London Elixir and Tamara Bubble. Then we'll have a legal panel with John Shield. There will be a Black Voices panel with LaMarcus Miller and JS, aka The Best. Then there will be a panel on Latin music from Daniel Endart and Sarah Traina. Then to close out the day, I will be talking to Kevin Shine about ads, promos, commercials, campaigns, things like that. And then we will end the day with the outro from everyone. Recap outro type thing. So looking forward to the day ahead, the next couple hours as we dive into Sync Music Success day two. Shout out to K Sparks for asking me to be involved with the event. We are documenting it, and we'll see if we can do something with that so that we can make it available to the masses to check out after the event. But Sync Music Success, incredible team, incredible platform, and an incredible movement that is a great way to start the year. So for those who did jump in on getting those tickets to attend live, they're getting the actual value, because those who are attending, we're doing special things for those who are in the virtual building, showing them how they can be involved, featuring some of their stuff, so that those music supervisors and those agents and those sync libraries that are actually in the meetings are hearing some of those attendees' talents. We also have a listening session that some people purchased that we'll figure out how we're going to do that in probably next week, or probably in a couple weeks, how we can listen to some of the submissions from these artists and things like that. So yeah, incredible things going on in the sync space. So shout out to the whole Sync Music Success team. This fully virtual conference, I've been saying it for the last couple of months, is actually a great way to start the year. Incredible way for you to kick off your sync learning journey. If you're new to sync, I know a lot of people that just are getting into sync, and they join this conference and they're like, I learned so much in day one. Someone said I had like 5 pages of notes. So it's been an incredible experience. So the thing about it is that those of us who are involved with it, I'm getting all these sync briefs, so I can't focus on that because I'm focusing on the conference, and I'm trying to knock some things out before flying out to LA in a couple of days on the business end. But it does help to share that knowledge with people. I enjoy knowledge sharing. I enjoy educating. I enjoy putting people on different stages around the world. I enjoy learning from people and catching gems, and of course taking my notes as I'm learning from people. What's crazy is there were people in the attendees who actually have like thousands of sync placements. They've been in the sync business for years. And I saw someone in the audience, and at the end of it, they were like, I learned so much. And I know this is like a big person in the sync space who's getting placements, but they were learning things from like the artist side and from different angles. And it's like, you're always learning. In general, in life, you're always learning. You know, of course, people like at the top of their game, like Warren Buffett, they're always learning about new investment strategies. There's always new technology coming out that maybe can help us or that we can learn from that'll help us in our journey. So let me see what exactly she said. She said, I'm trying to see what this person said about what they learned. Just learned something new. An old friend asked me about avenues for custom song creation, and someone mentioned, using Fiverr and things like that. So that's what they learned, because they said they never thought of hiring musicians on Fiverr. And I was like, yeah, I've actually hired choirs, or string players on platforms like Fiverr. You have Sound Better. You have all these different platforms where you can learn to empower yourself. So even people who are in the sync space can go to these events like Sync Music Success and learn things that they didn't think about, because they do so they've been doing things for the same way for 18-20 years, and they're setting their ways and they're making a living off of that. But there's other avenues and other things to consider, and that's what you can get from going to conferences like this. Diego, thank you for, or Diagello, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm probably going to be here for another 15-ish minutes, and then I got to get ready for day 2 of Sync Music Success. I also got to do some stems for a library that I got to bounce out. So because of the conference, I am behind on a couple of projects that I need to lock out for some things, but that's the life that we live. And again, blessed and honored to be a part. Day 2 will be kicking off at noon today. Like I said, I don't think you can get tickets for day 2. I think the tickets are done for ticket sales, but we will stay tuned for information on how you can check out the Sync Music Success. Probably, I guess once it's all figured out after maybe a couple weeks. The team will figure out how to get that content so people can access it. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, I just left my I gotta find my screen. I am live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I'll see if I can drop any of that information or knowledge. Check out thefingaz.com. I was trying to see if I can get a sample pack out before flying out next week. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. But go to thefingaz.com, check out samples I have there. If you go to thefingaz.com and click samples at the top, you can check out some sample packs. I have Luxurious Keys, which is the Maybach Music style keys, or you can comment Lux if you're on Instagram, Luxe. You can check out Clap Friday Volume 1, which is clap loops, or you can comment clap on Instagram. You can also check out Sting Endings, the pack that I have, or you can comment Sting on Instagram and find out information about that. But Sting Endings and all those packs are royalty free. The other packs I have up there are not royalty free, but you can check out some other like orchestral sounds that I have, orchestral loops and like bell loops and piano loops and organ loops. So I have all kinds of things. Go to thefingaz.com. And then look up samples or click samples at the top. I also have some services that I offer. I'm going to have to disable the trailerizations service for now. I do have some clients asking for trailerizations of their songs, but I'm going to have to disable that because I will be out, traveling for a couple weeks. So I won't be able to focus on those trailerizations. But shout out to the clients that are taking advantage of the discount for the trailerization service. This will probably be the last time it'll be that low, for at least for a while. So it's going to go back up to its normal price. So right now it's 50% off. And probably after today, I'm going to take that service down because I'll be traveling and I won't be able to focus on trailerizing artist songs over the next few weeks. Larry Nowlin, thank you for tuning in. So if you want to you have an artist that wants to have their song trailerized, even if they do purchase that service today, it's probably going to take me a couple weeks to get around to it now with the travel plans and then the clients that I currently have. Gypsy Man Pro, thank you for tuning in. But the great thing about offering that trailerization service is that the one client I have who's actually gotten 3 services so far, so I got to do the 3rd song for him, but I did the first 2 songs. The first song I did for him, he a couple days later, there was an opportunity to pitch it to a video game trailer. So yeah, was able to focus on that. So you never know when you're doing these things, but one, I'm all about offering services and educating people, and then seeing if there are things that we can do beyond just a transaction, taking it to the next level, getting placements, pitching it to placements, and of course making great music. And I'm hoping to do another trailerization of a couple songs before we fly out too. So I have a lot of work to do on top of briefs that I'm getting and on top of opportunities for these libraries. So if you have any questions, again, drop them in the comments. I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes as I'm trying to open up a session. I got to get some stems uploaded for a library today, so I can hopefully focus a little bit on that while in the Sync Music Success conference. And I gotta find this. There we go. I gotta find this thing. Man, I gotta clear out. I have so many files in Logic. I'm gonna see if I can do that today also, because I gotta make some space on my hard drive. I have about 500 gigs, 468 gigs left, which is a lot, but not a lot. You know, a library can take that space up in a blink of an eye. So I got to clear out some space on my computer today. Soon. So goals, yeah, and I also got to clear out some space on my phone. So I have a lot of things to do. And I'll see if I can knock some of that out over time. If you have any questions, again, drop them in the comments. And I'm trying to open up the session in Logic, and we'll see if that opens up fine. Going through different messages. One thing I got to make sure is if people make sure that people have the codes for today so they can get into the meeting. So yeah, just a lot going on in the sync space. This is actually kicking off for me. Sort of going to kick off a week of sync gems being dropped. So looking forward to it. But what I will do right now, I am going to go. Hold on, my shoe come off. I am gonna go and jump into this Logic session so I can get these stems for this artist, this library, and hopefully I can knock some of that out before we kick off the Sync Music Success Conference. Again, comment. Let's see. You can comment. You can't comment SMS anymore because the Sync Music Success Conference is going down now. Once we have the recording figured out and how people can access the replay, we'll have information. I'll have information on how you can watch that. Other than that, definitely check comment Lux for Luxurious Keys, comment Clap Friday on Instagram, comment Clap Friday comment Clap for Clap Friday pack volume 1 clap loops, and then comment Sting for Sting endings. So I have a lot of stuff, or just go to thefingers.com and then check out sample packs. Again, this is episode of my podcast also. So I have this podcast called Syncrets To Success. This podcast is sponsored by ASTS. So shout out to ASTS for providing great sounds for music creators like me and you. I'll have information in the description on YouTube and LinkedIn on how you can check out some of their sounds and stuff. But I'm going to get ready for this conference, get these stems bounced. Just a lot going on. So trying to knock a bunch of stuff out over the next few days. I will go continue to go live over the next few days. So stay tuned, but be safe and be well, everyone. All right. Peace.